Hi and welcome back to the channel, Pennies and Cents. I'm Bonnie, if you're new here. This is week 2 of our Pantry challenge where I am spending $20 for 3 weeks. But at the end of those 3 weeks, I'm going to hopefully have a bit of extra money from the grocery budget to do a bit more of a bulk shop. It has actually been a bit of a struggle because I don't want to use the weird food out of the fridge and the pantry, but really good because it's time to use it up and not be wasteful so that, you know, I can clear it out and not buy it again pretty much and just use it up. And some of those things have been put in the compost because they were past their use by date and not looking great. So they've gone. And so in this video, I'm going to make some soup, which we do eat for a couple of days and a couple of lunches. I do have my parents for tea, so my dad actually had some dental surgery done, so the soup was a great, not only was it cheap, but it was great that I could give it to him, so it worked out perfectly. Plus it's just stretched over a few days. And then also, I went shopping. I spent $20.04 just on the things we needed. And basically, I was naughty this week. My cousin called me and said that he'd accidentally booked first table. And if you don't know what first table is, it is half price food at like a fancy restaurant, which you have to go, I think you sort of sit at the front tables to make the restaurant look more full. So I got forced, basically I wanted to go, but I got forced to go to that, and it was $25, which was so cheap for how lovely that food was. So that did happen, I'm admitting to it. But anyway, good morning, I hope you're having a great week. It's a great autumn sunny day, and here is the video. I had this lovely ham and egg on toast for brunch one day. I add 1 chopped onion into a soup pan and a questionable carrot. Wonder where he's off to. I added our little pack of bacon we had into this base here. I added water and some broccoli. This has been cooking for probably about 3 hours and everything's really soft and tender, and I've just adjusted it for seasoning. It is pretty tasty. It pretty much tastes like a corn and bacon soup. I think I'm going to half blend this to make it a little bit more smooth, but I do like to still have little pieces, so that's... So this is sort of partially blended, a few little bits in there, which is quite nice. Let's use something else out of the pantry. We've got these instant desserts golden butterscotch. It's just past its use by date, so it's something else that needs using up. I need 2 cups of milk and whisk this mix in and leave it, you know, for I think it's 10 to 15 minutes, but we'll just eat it later for after tea as a little treat, and that's good. And whisk that for 1 to 2 minutes, just as per instructions. Pop that in the fridge, covered, or if you're lazy, uncovered. I actually ended up covering it. Our pudding is looking really set now. Just get a clean spoon to try. Oh yeah, look at the texture. That's awesome. Yep, tastes great. So I'll pop that away, ready for pudding. We'll just have that with some of our home canned fruit. And this is one of the lunches I made during the week. We just using up the last of our pantry staples, pretty standard here. And she is one lucky little ducky to have such a yummy lunch. And this is a kind of a standard school morning breakfast. It's oats cooked in the microwave with water. We usually have a bit of yogurt and some fruit with a chopped banana. And that is a pretty filling breakfast for her to have before school. And I'll sometimes have the same, or generally I would have a brunch a little bit later, and that's what the breakfast looks like there. But usually it would just be linseeds, but I happened to find this on special a while ago, but we're just using up the last of the linseed, sunflower and almond ground meal. I just pop that on her porridge. It just makes it a bit more filling and keeps people regular, but generally I would have just done linseed. So this is the second week $20 shop, and I spent pretty close to $20.04. You don't get a lot for $20. However, I did get everything I need for this week coming. I know I'm going to be running low on probably loo rolls and yogurt by the third week. So I think that third week is going to be a struggle to spend 20, but we'll see how we go. So I got this 4-pack of capsicums, which was $5 or $4.99. It was cheaper per kilo because the single larger ones were, I think they were $2.49 each. So I just thought, well, look, my daughter will probably only eat maybe 1 to 1.5 because she just gets sort of a quarter in her lunch. And I can use the rest for sort of Mexican food and other salads and stuff for me. So for $5, that will probably do us a couple of weeks. So that's quite a good buy, I think. And she just needed some crunchy veggies for her school lunch for next week. We're all out of gherkins, and we still have carrots, but it's good to have a couple of options too. So that cucumber was, I think it was $4, $3.99. The butter was $3.49. $3.29 is how much the butter was. It's margarine buttery spread. I really wanted butter, and I do have a small piece left, but I want to save that for some baking because I do think we're going to need to do some baking this week to kind of get through the $20 spend week. But we still need something for sort of sandwiches and toast. So I got that. And this 4 mandarins was $2.49, which I don't know if was a great price or not, but we got 4. That will get us through the week. And I got a big pack of bananas. They're still green because it's still a couple of days until the week starts. So they'll start to be yellow by the time we're eating them. And that will do us all week. And they were $3.79. Now I did have a little bit of money left. I think I was counting, I assumed it was about $1.50. Now these were $1.49, and it's a mega pack of crumpets. So usually you get 6. So I kind of couldn't leave them there. I might end up freezing these, or the other thing is freezing them, they're hard to take out singularly, so might freeze a few individually and then pop them in a bag so that they can be over a couple of weeks rather than all eaten at once. But that's what I got. Hopefully it'll get us through with, I still have lots of beef products in the freezer, so we've got plenty of meat. I was really about to get some chicken today because the drumsticks were on super special. Because, it's nice to have sometimes a variety of meat, but while we're doing this sort of low spend weeks, I just thought, let's just eat what we have. I really need to clear out this pantry, and that is a job for this weekend as well, is going to be going through the pantry and getting all the things that need using up so that we can make a better kind of list or a meal plan for the week. So that was the shop for our second week. Not a lot. It looks so good, eh? You're so funny. Thanks for watching. This next week I think is going to be a struggle using up the last little dregs of our groceries, and I'm looking forward to that big shop. I am almost out. Honestly, I'm out of almost everything, like loo roll, laundry, detergent. I am out of bread. I'm out of butter. I'm out of basically we'll go through the pantry, but I am really needing to do this shop now because I need a load of laundry to be done. We're just out. I think I've got enough to do one small load of washing, but we are needing some laundry powder or liquid. That's going to happen very shortly in the next few days. Okay, ka kite. See you later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Last note, I'm doing really well not to have sweet, delicious coffees. I have just had plain, freeze-dried coffee without any additives, so that's been really good for calories being less, but also those are probably, I think they're about between 50 cents and $1 per coffee, which isn't a lot, but if you're having 5 a day, that can really add up. So I've been doing well. Will that last? Hopefully. Keep it as a treat. Bye. Ta-ta.